Hey, welcome back to Dogtography. Today I wanted to have a conversation with you about when to know when you're ready to go pro. There's some things to consider and some questions to ask, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Andrea Fleury and welcome to Dogtography. My channel is all about how to take better images of your dog and how to create some really super fun memories. I walk you through different tips and tutorials and techniques. I sometimes show you behind the scenes of my professional career as a dog photographer, all while just trying to have some fun and enjoy time with our dogs. So today I wanted to have just a down-to-earth kind of chat with you. I don't do a lot of these style videos where I'm just kind of chatting through thoughts and ideas. They're more like tips and tricks, or at least they have been in the past. So today I wanted to just kind of talk to you about your journey and where you are, and if you're in this kind of limbo where you're not sure if you should take your hobby and turn it into a career, or when to start charging money, or that kind of thing. If you just don't know what to do, then I think this episode is for you. So all of us on our creative paths, we'll come across this point at some point where you're just kind of like, what am I doing here? I really enjoy taking pictures of my dog or of pets or of animals or whatever it might be. And you're just like, is this for me? Do I want to take this passion of mine into a career or take it further, or what do I think I want to do with it? And I think that there's some really important questions that you really need to ask yourself at this point. First of all, I would ask you, like, what are you doing currently and are you happy there? If you are in a job where you're not happy with it, then yeah, maybe you could start something on the side with your photography. You could kind of get into it slowly. And I think that it's maybe advisable to kind of build it up that way, because I'm going to be honest with you. When I first got into photography, and most photographers, we do a lot of free work. I still do free work. And I think that it's really important to kind of wrap your head around the idea that just because it's, transitioned from a hobby into a profession, or you hope to have it turn into a profession, doesn't mean that it's going to be, time for money, like right from the beginning. And in fact, it's really never time for money, at least not in this profession anyway. If you find yourself being asked by family and friends, hey, can you take pictures of my dog, or can you take pictures of this and that, whatever it might be, that's usually an indication that people have caught on and have picked up on the fact that you're good at what you do. You've probably been sharing photos online, you've probably been posting about it, you maybe have asked some friends and family if you can photograph their dog, or people in your dog sports club or your walking group or whatever it might be. If you're showing interest by getting out there and photographing like friends and family, and you're kind of working on a repertoire, or you're practicing your skills, and people are noticing you and they're saying like, hey, can you come and take pictures of my dog? Or things like that. You're starting to get like inquiries, or people asking, or people just coming out of nowhere and asking you these questions. It's usually an indication that you're doing something really well. And if people start seeing that, then it might be time to start considering charging money for it and getting into maybe just having a casual something on the side. To know whether or not you want to go into this full time would really depend on, what level of income you need to make, how many hours a week you have that you can dedicate to doing this, and so many other things. But that is, of course, is kind of not usually where people go. Usually how it goes is if you have another job and you're like, yeah, I want to turn this hobby into a bit of a side business, then that's how it kind of rolls along first. Not many people, like me, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I do consider that to be a job, or that was my job at the time. And I did photography kind of on the side, or on the weekends, or when my husband was home, or when we had a babysitter, and I did lots and lots of free photo shoots. But I knew at that point that I wanted it to become more, that I wanted to work as a professional photographer full time. I just didn't know when exactly that was going to happen, and it happened a lot sooner than I ever thought it was going to. But I think that there is a transition, and maybe you find yourself in that transition period now. How to know when you're ready to start charging money for your images is, it's a lot sooner than people think it is. So if you're able to take images that are exposed correctly, and that you know how to do that, that's a good indication. If you're able to get, you know, character and personality from the dog, you know how to handle dogs, you know what to look for in terms of body language and stress signals, that is another indication. Those are all skills that not everybody has. So to be able to differentiate between a photo of a dog that looks stressed out or is stress panting or has whale eyes or, you know, that kind of thing, to an image where they are full of character, full of life, and where the owner goes, oh my gosh, you like captured like their essence, that is totally them. That's another really good indication that, you know, you're doing valuable work. And then lastly is just consistency. Are you able to deliver a consistent level of work? So all of us, when we're first starting, all have, you know, our starter imagery. Of course, you don't know what that is because you don't have hindsight yet. But if it's correctly exposed, you're getting a nice, sharp, in focus picture of the dog that's full of love and character and personality. Can you reproduce that in different environments? Could you go to the beach, to the forest, to wherever that a dog owner might possibly tell you they want to go to? Can you deliver that type of consistency? And if the answer is yes, then you're ready. You're ready to start charging money. How much and how you price things, that is a whole nother video, which I don't even really get into on this channel. This channel is more geared towards those that are looking, you know, to use their cell phones and take better pictures of their dogs, or are kind of in this, you know, phase of you're kind of growing up in your photography journey and you might be ready to go off to the pros. And there is a lot of other education that you can go and explore for things like that. I think the last tip I'm going to give you today in terms of what to consider is just like, where does your creative heart want to flow? Do you want to take pictures of a variety of different things, or are you looking to just work with dogs? Or like, what is it that really lights you up and gets you passionate about what you're taking images of? I'm assuming because you're here and you're on this channel and you're watching this video that you probably really enjoy working with animals, dogs more specifically, pets in general. You know, and if that is your thing, if you really feel that you have a connection to animals and you want to help be of service to them and to be of service to the humans that are in their lives, then I definitely encourage you to go forth. If, you know, you're just like, hey, I just want to take fun pictures of my own dog, then I recommend that you just keep it to yourself. And there is nothing wrong with that. You do not have to feel pressured to go out and work for your cousin or your brother or your aunt, your uncle, just because they have dogs and they think your pictures are cool. If you don't want to do that and it's not what lights your fire, then don't do it. You have my permission to not do it. But of course, I am all about inspiring and empowering you. So I would love to see your work and to see you take it to the next level. If you have any questions at all about this topic and you want to have a discussion with me down below in the comments, for sure, drop some questions or some comments and I'd love to chat with you there. Until next week, go out and make some memories with your dog and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Take care.